I'm no stranger to selling on Amazon. I got started in late 2016 with Amazon FBA, shortly after I found out about Amazon Merch, and later that year, I started selling print on demand as FBM fulfilled by merchant through Seller Central. So basically, that's a long-winded way of saying I'm a pretty experienced Amazon seller. You know what I've done from start to finish? I mean, I'm never finished, but from the start is I've leveraged tools like Seller Assistant that I'm going to show you today to make informed decisions, because Amazon actually does give us some pretty valuable data along the way that helps us understand, like, you know, if we're trying to sell things, guys, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again, but one of the easiest things you can do is sell things people are actively looking to buy. Some things are seasonal, some things are evergreen. With the BSR, the bestseller rank that Amazon shows us, we have a pretty good indication of how well things are selling right now. And there's tools like Seller Assistant that I'm going to show you that can actually track sales over time as well, give you real-time sales projections, and much more. So I'm going to show you everything in this video. Let's get to it. So if our goal is to be successful as an Amazon seller, again, we need to be selling on Amazon. I'm going to show you how the Seller Assistant app can help you do that, and of course, link to them in the description. So I'm going to jump on over here to Amazon, and with Mother's Day around the corner, I'm going to go ahead and just go up to the search bar, type in Mother's Day gift. Okay, keep it pretty generic. Now, one thing you'll notice when you have the Seller Assistant Chrome extension installed is that it will give you data right in the search results. And if you open up the Chrome extension, it'll trigger the Seller Assistant app side panel view, which includes even more information on the products in the search results page in front of you. Okay, so what you see right here, and then what you see right here, it is inserting that to give us information about the product, starting with the ASIN, which you can of course click to copy. You get the category, you get the number of FBA sellers on that listing. So, you know, some FBA sellers want to do private label, create their own listings, their own brands. Other people just want to jump on existing listings that are ranking well. I mean, can you blame them? I mean, wouldn't you want to just jump right on one of the top best sellers under Mother's Day gifts and just add your offer? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right? A lot of wholesalers do that. So you can see this listing has 7 FBA sellers already. Now, if I scroll down here, the next one has 2 FBA sellers. Next one is FBM. So it's not fulfilled by Amazon, it's fulfilled by merchant, and it has a single seller. As you can see here, looks like they're selling a personalized custom blanket, which, hey, for the print on demand sellers, that could be interesting. Why don't we go ahead and click that? And what the app is now going to do is inject another data table with even more advanced analytics right here into the page. This is how you make informed decisions. Like, you literally look at existing products if they're out there and you see how well they're selling to start, right? Wouldn't that be the first thing we want to know? Well, look right here. BSR 1,186. You can see that it is showing a drop in BSR from 71,000. A lower BSR means relative to other products in its category, it is selling better, right? The number one bestseller, BSR of 1, is the best it can be, right? So everything else after that is on a relative basis compared to other products in the category. So a BSR of 1,186 is really impressive. And as you can see, when you hover over it, you can see the 30-day average BSR, 90-day average BSR, 180-day average BSR, and the drop of 71,000 is when compared to the 90-day average BSR. The 30-day average BSR is an even better metric for making short-term decisions when you're looking at things like Mother's Day. Obviously, that's like a calendar holiday, so you know predictably what time of year that's going to start spiking in terms of search interest. And obviously, the BSR is going to drop to reflect the increased demand. Okay. So now that we've cleared that up, you can go ahead and actually, okay, it shows you the drops right there as well. You can see it's in the top 0.01%. So the top 1% of 1% basically, in terms of products listed in the home and kitchen category, which you can also click to view and browse. But jumping back over here to the listing, you can see they have the stock levels, the inventory levels. That can be helpful for FBA if you want to spy on competitors. There are ways you can get that data. For FBM, I don't think it's as relevant, so it just says NAN for not a number. You can skip that. You can see the seller data here. You can see their seller page. We'll check that out really quickly so you can see what other products this seller is selling. If they seem to know what they're doing, then you may want to kind of spy on them and see what it is that they're up to and how they're marketing these products. You can see they're leveraging a lot of personalized products on Amazon, which not a lot of people do. So there could be opportunity there. Jumping back over here, you can also see estimated sales based on the current BSR. Okay. Now these sales estimates, again, it's based on current BSR. Sometimes, like if somebody comes and buys 10 pieces in a single order, it could spike the BSR lower temporarily than it should be and give inaccurate readings. I don't know if that's the case of what's happening here or not. I'm just saying that like that can happen. So this is saying that at this BSR, this could be, 18,000 sales a month. It's an estimate, okay? But when you get to the really high-end BSRs, those estimates can get crazy, okay? And who's to say that that's not possible? We know Amazon is, the #1 destination when it comes to online shopping. I definitely think it's possible that that could be the case. So I just wanted to show you that if those numbers are accurate, this would be doing $404,000 in revenue in a month. Now, of course, it's also a seasonal product, so the demand for this product shoots up and then probably drops right back off. You can actually see in the title here, they're marketing it a little bit as Valentine's Day, etc. But I did just want to mention that. Now, scrolling down further here with the seller assistant, you can see there is a profit calculator built in. Okay, they have the fees. If this was FBA, okay, you see how much based on the size dimensions, the weight dimensions, you can kind of project like what the FBA fees would be within reason if they're provided. Otherwise, you get basically the FBM profit. So in this case, just by hovering over that number, since this is an FBM order, right? It's print on demand through Seller Central, assuming they have automated orders, which is personalized, so it's probably not automated. But if this was like a standard Printful blanket, you know what I mean? You would get the automated fulfillment. And the one thing you'd have to remember is that after you make the sale, like in this case, they're charging $25.98. Seller Assistant showing us dynamically in real time the Amazon referral fee, 15%, comes to $3.90. And your profit afterwards is $22.08. Now, you would have to go ahead and manually key in the cost of goods, which, again, if you're using Printful as an example, you go look up the price of those blankets, key that in, and you've got your overall profit. You can go ahead and also save notes, etc. This will leverage Google Drive as well once you integrate Google Drive with Seller Assistant, which you can do back here. Okay, they have integrations, so you click that on the sidebar. You can see you can integrate Seller Central, you can integrate Google Sheets. We'll come back here in a second, but just wanted to show you also they have the BSR historical data. That is the green line right there. And what do you notice? Okay, if we really zoom in, what do you notice the BSR is doing as we get closer to Mother's Day? It is falling off a cliff, indicating increased sales, increased demand. You've even got Amazon influencers over here doing videos for it. I mean, that pretty much tells you everything you need to know when you get the Amazon influencer gang swarming your listings as an FBM listing. I mean, that's just insane. So when we see the 18,000 units, I mean, who knows? That is possible with print on demand. We know it can be done. They've already got 600 reviews as well. So guys, these are the types of informed decisions you can make when it comes to selling on Amazon. And the Seller Assistant app, you saw how easily that was. We just did a quick search. We've got the data right here in the search results page. So you don't need to go to the product detail page to see it. You get the high level data here, but then you can get the more advanced data, you know what I mean, by clicking the listing. And again, here you go. One last example. This is actually the #1 BSR in the handmade products category. That's absolutely insane. When it comes to projecting the #1 BSR, I mean, your guess is as good as anybody else's. You just know it's going to be extremely high. They're projecting it at 1,653 pieces a month. That is insane. I don't know how many that works out to a day, but it is quite a few. And they're saying that that means they're making about $16,500 a month. That is insane. They got the profit calculator, they've got the BSR history, etc. Now, if we jump on over here to the Seller Assistant website, I just wanted to show you, there is a getting started kind of tutorial thing here. It'll walk you through and do a check mark when you go through each step of the setup. They've got other things cooked into the app, analyzed products. They've got the extension. They got a Google Sheets integration, so you can manage your Seller Central data if you have a lot of products. They have an IP alert, separate Chrome extension. You can see in the example right here that as you browse products to potentially sell on Amazon, whether it's print on demand, FBA, KDP, whatever, it'll also give you real-time IP, intellectual property, potential risk alerts, so that you keep your account safe, because this is a long-term business model. I've been doing it since 2017, got started in late 2016, got my first sales in 2017. I plan on doing this for another, that was at 7 years ago. I plan on doing this for another 7 years and then 7 years after that. So you definitely want to be safe. So check that out as well. One of my favorite tools for wholesale is the bulk restriction checker, which will literally look at the best sellers in categories of your choosing and tell you which listings you can sell on. Extremely valuable. And for all Amazon sellers, the UPC to ASIN converter lets you upload a bulk list of UPC codes that it'll convert into the Amazon ASINs all in bulk. But guys, that's really it. That's what I wanted to show you. Check out Seller Assistant. It is going to be linked, first link in the description. Let me know if you have questions, feedback, etc. And I'll see you soon with a new video.